Self-imposed home isolation begins with forgiveness and ends with forgiveness prayer. If you curse, then say the forgiveness prayer and ask God to please keep your mouth pure. Talking about sex or telling a bad joke is more than a slip and requires 1 day self-imposed isolation. If you need to do a self-imposed isolation at home cleansing or a 7-day isolation, immediately excuse yourself from where you are and go do it. Secret sins like being selfish or prideful should be corrected with a prayer of assistance. God, please help me be not so selfish. Garland is the scapegoat that is. On April 19th, the rocks did split Oklahoma, and the earth shook, and the curtain of the temple was torn top to bottom to see the truth. April 93 to April 96, as darkness was over the whole land for 3 days, years. The sun stopped shining and not created till the 4th day. God, Jesus said, Richard, into your hands I commit my spirit on the 4th day. Tombs opened and bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. People then realized what was going on with Koresh after his blood and others were avenged. By avenging their death, the memories of Koresh and followers is like a resurrection and bringing to life, never forgotten. By me not stopping is in memory of them, is keeping them raised to life, and by my full resurrection in the flesh, they will continue to appear to many people in the holy city for what they are, holy people. Now that the truth is out, the government is terrified, and you should praise God because Koresh was a righteous man and the Son of God. The earthquake caused by seeing what really happened, that the government killed Jesus again, is enough to split everything in two from top to bottom. The curtain in front of the holy truth has been opened. The curtain no longer shields the ark of the testimony, the truth which God has given me, which is that Koresh was the Davidic king, and he was of the house of God, and that he had come to build the temple of the Lord, the holy city, New Jerusalem. It is the angel of the Lord that has shown me these things. It is he who has given testimony, and his testimony is true. He has told me, so I may tell you, so you believe. Staying in jail this long is not careless, but to receive the rest of the message. All the leaders have to do is admit the truth of what they did, and all unrighteousness will be consumed, and all people will believe, and New Jerusalem will be here. The day they admit it is the day we set out to destroy all the nations that are gathered against New Jerusalem and the coming of its king. The day they admit it, the foundation of New Jerusalem, which covers the whole earth, will have been laid. It is an immovable stone and will remain intact forever. Only God could have laid a stone this perfect and holy, and only in front of Yeshua the high priest, who has the Spirit of God within. Only to him would he stretch forth the heavens and reveal the truth. The government, by killing Koresh, were in essence trying to break Jesus' leg and take him down so Jesus couldn't walk on the earth. Now that the truth is out, they cannot break my legs. By killing Koresh, you didn't break Jesus' legs. All you did was pierce him and allow the Spirit of Jesus to flow and wash away all unrighteousness. Satan has tried everything to bring me down and used every demon, but I stand. I come to my end, as I am no longer Richard Brown, but the Messiah. No one will help me, is because no one on earth can help me. He will be destroyed, because not any part of me will be Richard Brown. But not by human power, but by God's Spirit within me. Jesus' Spirit is God's Spirit. God's Spirit is his power. I will not be a worthless shepherd, will you? If you are, this sword will strike your arm and your right eye. You will not be able to do the work you did, because the truth will blind you. If you try to stop us, I promise you will get hurt. Blowing up Oklahoma is a double portion from her own cup. Babylon has taken the golden cup and filled it with abominable things and filth. She has made it into a cup of death instead of life. God has taken the cup and given it to me, but first he must pour out what has been put into it. It must be cleansed so that it no longer is filled with the maddening wine of Babylon. The pouring out is the wrath. It will be filled with the wine of God. It will again be a holy cup that all nations will drink from to be cleansed. It will be a cup of Jerusalem and not a cup of Babylon, the Holy Grail, an article of the temple of God, has now been found and returned. Now the cup will be used to honor the God of Jerusalem and not the God of Babylon. Sometimes there is not much difference between me and you, except I praise the God of heaven and you praise the gods of the earth. The gods of gold and silver, and the God of the things you make. The gods of silver and gold cannot see, hear, or understand. You want to honor your way instead of God's way. You need to honor the God who holds in his hand your life.